Welcome to my daily practice at Wendy Coad Art. If you find this video interesting or helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel and liking the video.
Hi, my name is Wendy and I'm an artist. I've been an artist my whole life and I am excited to invite you into my studio and show you my art practice. I paint every day and I do acrylic on paper. I also do stencils. I draw. I organize my studio space. I do a lot of things. For me, art is about problem solving, so there's always little tricks and tools that I can share with you along the way. So welcome. I'm so glad you're here.
I have been working for days on putting some plastic on my hollow core doors, and that's to protect the paper from sticking to the doors themselves. And I have finished. It was a big job because I had to move these around and I work on both sides, so it was a wraparound. Oh, I'm just so glad to be at the other side of that process. And now I have paper ready to go. I even have paper on the floor along with my stencils there and paper on my table. So I am a happy camper at this point. Even the back wall is looking good. So these paintings were started before the project, the plastic project, but now they're done too. I took the paintings off and I put the plastic on and put the paintings back on. So this is exciting and kind of scary actually, because well, except for these two in the middle, I have the the blank abyss facing me, the white nothingness, and it's my job um, to make something out of that. So, and it's just step by step. It's drip, 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 with paint, with pondering, with perseverance. And it doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm joking really with the great abyss. It's just an opportunity to start something new and exciting. And I am excited to do that, to start something new and exciting. Let's see if I have enough water to start the new and exciting. There's always some water. Let me get some here. I think I started with some brush work, just, some atmospheric kinds of things. And that's good. I'm anxious to get back to these paintings here. This one's a mess, but it'll get there. There's a whole kind of progression, digression, regression, movement towards the end that I go through with these paintings. So, clearing the deck a bit. Ooh, here's one of my, I can tell when they're oldies but goodies because they're almost worn thin. Can you see that? All of these hairs have been worn. This one is a natural bristle, I think. Maybe not, but anyways. So let me start with a little excitement. Start with some of the fluorescent. Why not? It's just the beginning. There will be more. And continuing. I know I had it in my mind to start with the squeegee. And even when I was picking up this brush, you know, I was looking at the squeegee. It's very interesting how sometimes, you know, there's an intention, a mental kind of intention to do one thing, but then I guess there's just kind of a body motor, you know, kind of familiarity with another thing. And in this case, the other thing won. Put a little bit down here too. I have all this pastel-y quality coming through on some of these more recent ones. I was just using a lot of water to get paint out of my brushes and things, not thinking too much about it, but you know, I like it. I'm not sure if it will stay. Very, very fluid because of that drippy, translucent quality. I don't think I need to do anything on that one, but I mean, I've waited a week for, you know, to get into painting mode, so I'm just going to keep going. I've done a little bit here and there, but this is a kind of a rare moment where, for the most part, now you'll see not exclusively, but for the most part, I just have blank paper. These are early in their development. I'm 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 tossing in my mind, adding some of the stencils. I have these stencils, and what it would look like with some stencil. I know it's better to use a squeegee. Let me just see what it looks like here with the stencil. Okay, well, that's a little too translucent. Yeah, no, that didn't work. All right. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. I mean, it could work. It could be interesting, an interesting element, but that was not the element of interest to add. I don't think it it can be a figure, but it could be a shape, like the styrofoam that I was using as a stamp. Actually, that would be interesting, I think. Let me just put some of this color down first. There's a couple of areas here. That can use a little pick-me-up. All right, well, I've just committed to doing a whole lot more work now, I think. These paintings already have this, but let me take a look back here. Yeah, everything's been touched by the day glow. So just going to give that a rest. Huh. Be a bit of a darker color, or I have a purple violet, permanent violet. Now this overlapping the turquoise may not go well, but I'm just feeling daring today, daring enough to try it. See what happens. Of course, I hate it when things go wrong, but you know, it's just part of the process. And you know, then I get to problem solve. Another thing I can do, maybe, possibly, is to put the stamps on the sponge. Or just a different kind of a pattern. Ooh. And I'm liking it. Now, if I put the paint right on the sponge, you know, I'm not going to get these nice round circles. I'll just get the dollops. Unless I make them round. See what happens. Sure this paint is even, oh, it is just a little bit. Okay. Oh. Yeah, well, like I said, they're not perfect. But they're not too bad. Make a little colony of them there. Like little stars in the sky. Well, I think that's enough of that. See if I have any paint left here. I do. Ooh. like the way the dots have integrated into these paintings. Okay, save that for later. Well, that was fun. I have a little extra paint here, so I'm just going to do fingerprints. Like a signature. I don't know about these. I don't know. We'll see. But no point in dwelling. Let's just move right back here. It's interesting doing these tapes because, or these videos, I guess you don't call them tapes anymore, but you know, I'm a very kind of spontaneous worker, and this thought process, bringing it to the surface and articulating, is quite different. And I'm not just sure how this is going to work. You know, in the long run, just been doing it for a little while now and enjoying it, really. I really want to bring the studio practice in its entirety, you know, not just the pretty parts, not just the, whoa, I did this, and, you know, this is how I make my lines. Well, this is how I make my lines, but you know, this might not work out. And if it doesn't, you know, I've pretty much exposed the rotten parts along with the, you know, delightful, in control parts, which are, you know, both present and certainly create or add to the creation of balance, you know, when you continue to work with them. But I don't know, showing all the messy bits is different. That's all. It's different. And I don't really want to analyze what I'm doing, trying not to. I don't really think about it consciously very much of the time. So I've worked on both sides of the panels here, lots of surfaces, and I am just going to let the paint dry. So I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a great day. I feel like I got work done today, and I will continue. And I hope to see you on the next tape. I'm so happy that you are joining me today and maybe other days too. I'll take you through my day to day as an artist, and I look forward to seeing you on the next tape. Thanks for being here.